What's going on, everybody? Ryan Pineda here. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how much I made last year as a YouTuber with 75,000 subscribers. So if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. My name is Ryan Pineda, and I've got extremely big news before I get into this video. And here it is. I'm starting a podcast. As you can see on this YouTube channel, we have done some rebranding. It used to be called The Ryan Pineda Show, and now it's just Ryan Pineda as my main channel. I've now started a second channel called The Ryan Pineda Show, which is where we will host our podcast. You'll be able to watch the video version on YouTube on that channel, so make sure you subscribe. But I also want you guys to go over to Apple Podcast and subscribe to the audio version. I'm really excited about the podcast. We've got some really cool things planned, some awesome guests planned, and you do not want to miss out on what you're going to be able to learn. So before we jump into the content, pause this video, make sure you're subscribed to the second channel, make sure you're subscribed to Apple Podcast, and then let's watch the content. All right, so now that that's done, let's jump into the content. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. My name's Ryan Pineda. I'm a real estate investor here in Las Vegas. We do over 100 deals a year, mainly fix and flip. We wholesale, buy some rentals, pretty much everything to do with real estate. I also own a bunch of other businesses like my real estate brokerage, my real estate education company, my CPA firm, and now I'm a YouTuber doing this type of stuff. And the YouTuber portion is something that's very new to me. I started posting videos regularly in May of 2020. At the time, I had less than 200 subscribers, and I never really thought much of YouTube until then. 7 months later, I built my channel up to 75,000 subscribers and made a good chunk of change along the way. And during my journey, I've made different YouTube videos detailing how much I made in YouTube AdSense during each month. And those videos always got a lot of views, so I figured it was a good time to make one on how the whole year went. So we're gonna jump into YouTube analytics so I can go over all of the details with you guys. Hopefully it inspires you. I'm also gonna go over some lessons I learned along the way in 2020. And we're gonna talk about how in 2021 you can level up your social media game. So let's jump into my YouTube account. As it stands at the time of filming this video, it is January 4th and I've got 77,000 subscribers. So before we jump into my analytics, I just wanna say, if you are going to start a YouTube channel or you really wanna scale your YouTube channel, you need to take your analytics seriously. You should be checking them every single day. You need to be looking at what's working, what's not working. Is your click-through rate good? Are your watch times good? You need to be tracking all of these things so that you can constantly be adapting with your videos so that you're always improving. So first off, let's just jump into my subscribers. Now, I'm going to my 2020 account. So as you can see, we're here in my account. In 2020, I gained 75,000 subscribers. As you can see, basically my whole following, the plus 999%. Now, as you can see, January 1st, not getting any subscribers, right? This whole time, because I'm not posting. I had a channel, but we weren't making any content or anything. Now, May was when we started posting. You can see I got 20 subscribers, 40, people are just trickling in because I'm starting to finally create content. Same thing's happening in June, you know, getting 7 subscribers a day. But here's what I'll tell you guys. Despite not getting many subscribers a day, I stuck with the plan. I believed in what I was doing, I believed my content was good, and I just kept staying with it. So that's one big thing I want to tell you guys. If you're not getting subscribers right away, don't panic. That's typically how it goes. As you can see right here in May, you know, yeah, I mean, these days I got 40, I was hyped, but you know, there's the days I got 7, like that one, and 3. So, you know, don't give up, stay with it. Now, as I got into June, started to get a little more traction. July comes, starting to get 100 a day. Now I'm really balling, guys. And, you know, July started to be like that, 170, July 6th, all that stuff. And then, you know, it was good. Now came August 8th, and I think I did a collab with my friend Chalkets. He's here in Las Vegas. Go follow him on his channel. And that's what got me that, I'm pretty certain. So people saw me on his channel. He's got almost 200,000 subscribers. So that gave me a little boost, which was nice. And then, you know, I started to get my first viral videos. So I had my couch flipping video, had my California's Dead video, and just really started getting a lot of subscribers in August. Look at that, 1,200 for like multiple days. And my channel was blowing up in September. And, you know, then we started going down again. And, you know, we were going from 300 to 500 a day, which, you know, compared to back here when I was making 13 subs a day, very happy with. So then started to have some good videos again. And I think right here, this was when I was on Graham Stephan's Iced Coffee podcast. If you're not following that, go check it out. And that gave me a nice little bump. You know, got a couple thousand subscribers from that. And then, you know, November was slow. December, kind of, you know, slower again. And then it started going up again. Videos started popping. So all in all, as you can see, it's a lot of this on YouTube with the subscribers. You're going to have really good weeks. You're going to have really bad weeks. It does not just go like this. Okay, it's not linear. It's always going to just be very volatile depending on if you have a viral video, you do a collab, those types of things. So all in all, when I first started the journey in May, I had a goal of getting to 50,000 subscribers. And I ended up getting 75,000, which I was super grateful for, very happy with the goal. And I'll tell you, in May, if you would have told me I would get to 50,000 subscribers, I wouldn't have believed you. Like, it was the goal, but I was like, man, this is going to be really hard to accomplish because I know how hard it is to get YouTube subscribers, especially for new creators. As you could see, for me, it was so difficult those first months. I probably had, you know, not that many the first 3 months. And then all of a sudden, the majority of my followers came the last 3 months. So do not lose hope. Now, a lot of you guys are watching this because you want to know about the revenue. So let's go look at that. All right, so in 2020, there's the big number. I made $52,000 in 2020. On top of that, I had a CPM of $33, which is insanely high. I'm well aware that most people will not get that CPM because they're not talking about finance, they're not talking about real estate. And that was one of the things I talked about the first time I got monetized. I had a really high CPM and I said, I don't know if this is gonna last. We'll see as the year goes on. And thankfully it has. And so for those of you who don't know what CPM is, that's how much you get paid per view. And it stands for cost per mil. It might actually be cost per milli. I'm not sure the right way to say it, but either way, that's what it stands for. Basically, it's how many dollars you're getting paid per 1,000 views. So every 1,000 views, I'll be getting paid $33, but I only get 55% of that. YouTube gets 45%. So RPM is actually what I'm making per 1,000 views. And so every video I make, I should say I'm gonna get about $18 per 1,000 views. So here's how monetization worked for me. In May, I literally didn't make anything. And the reason is I didn't qualify yet. In order to qualify for monetization, you've got to get 1,000 subscribers and you got to also have 4,000 hours of watch time. And it's really hard to get those things starting out, but once you do, it's well worth it because once you start monetizing your channel, YouTube pushes you more. And the reason YouTube pushes you more is because they're making money off of you now. So they're incentivized to show your videos more. Whereas when you're not monetizing, they don't really care. But I will add, they actually recently made a change to their terms of service that they can actually monetize any video they want now, whether you choose to do it or not. So what does that mean? Always monetize if you're able. And this is actually a good segment for a quick plug. If you want to learn social media influence, not only in YouTube, but in TikTok, Instagram, and all the other platforms, and you want to learn how to monetize it in other ways, not just YouTube AdSense, definitely check out my social media influencer course below. It's got all that stuff. And I'll talk more about that later on in this video, but let's talk about this revenue. So in May, I was not making anything. June, nothing. So 2 months in, not getting many subs, not making any money. And by the way, I was paying my editors, my videographer, everything to create this content. I was spending a lot of time with no return. July, still not making money, but finally, at the end of July, I got monetized. July 27th, I should write that down somewhere. The day everything changed. I made $18. But let me tell you, to make $18 my first day monetizing, I was super hyped for. I really thought I was gonna make like $1. So I'll say after 3 months of going very hard at creating content, it finally paid off for 18 bucks. And I'll add to that, in May, I was probably making 2 videos a week. In June, around 3 videos. July, around 4 videos. And so as I got into August, finally had my first $100 day, August 8th. That was really fast. I did not expect it to happen that quick. Came down a little bit, and then I had a viral video. I can't remember if it was California's Dead or couch flipping. It might have been them both, honestly. And I had a $600 day just 4 months in. Crazy, super crazy. And then the video ended up dying a little bit. That's just kind of how viral videos go. And, you know, I was averaging $200 to $300 a day, which obviously is really good in month 4. And which is September. We keep going. We're in October. And then boom, October, I'm like crushing. 500 a day, goes down a little bit. But then the videos went viral again. This is actually my anniversary, October 25th. Made $500 that day. That probably paid for our dinner. But anyways, ended up getting a bunch of $600 days in a row. And then my highest day ever was 805 on October 29th. So amazing. First year doing this to have an $800 day just, what is this? October would have been my 5th month. Crazy. And then the videos kind of died down again, like we said. And, you know, look, I was riding a high. I thought like, man, I'm about to get to $1,000 a day. Things are on the up and up. And then YouTube humbles you. And then like, you know, boom, we're going back down again. It's like, man, to have a $171 day, you know, a month later, you're like, what happened? Why is my stuff going so far down? I should be on the up. But that's just kind of how YouTube goes. And, you know, it kind of just kept going back and forth, 300, 400. And then, you know, we ended the year strong, had a $665 day. And then the very next day, 360. So what can we learn from this? Well, $52,000 my very first year. And it wasn't even a full year. Really, it was half a year almost. You prorate this over a full year, you're talking about making over $100,000. So my point is, you can most certainly become a full-time YouTuber in 1 year and make 6 figures. I'll definitely do another video come May 1st of 2021 for how much I made my very first full year as a YouTuber. The other thing I'll say is do not be discouraged when you have that slow start. As I showed you, my start was very slow. I stayed with it, kept making content. Finally, a couple of them went big, had a couple of nice collabs. But really, the collabs aren't what really pushed it. It was having good content. At the end of the day, a lot of people will say, Ryan, we'll pay you to collab. Can you link us up with someone else to collab with? And it's like collabing is cool, but it's really just like a temporary spike and then you're back to normal. So in the end, your content is always gonna have to carry you. It's not gonna be by knowing someone else. Let me also add to this. I am constantly reinvesting into my channel. That $50,000 I've reinvested into studio equipment, into employees, and into just pushing my channel to even further heights. When you do influence the right way, YouTube AdSense actually isn't that big of a deal. And here's what I'll say. YouTube AdSense is just one way to monetize your influence. But if you're doing it right, it should actually be kind of the smallest way to do it. If you have back-end businesses, back-end products, and you're doing different things like affiliates and sponsors, this should not really be that big of a portion of your income. And it's definitely not a big one for me. We have sold far more education since I got onto YouTube. I've gotten people to join my brokerage, people to join my tax company. And to be honest, my goal is to just take all that AdSense money and reinvest it into content. It's like it never happened. And then I'll make my profit from all my other back-end businesses. And just to show you one other form of monetization, during that same time period from May 1st to December 31st, we sold almost $240,000 in just courses. This is either my online flipping and wholesaling academy or my social media influencer course that I was talking about earlier. And this isn't even counting my coaching program, which is totally separate from this. These are all just organic course sales. We don't run any marketing ads for them. This is all profit. And as my YouTube channel grows in 2021, as I add more courses and do other things, I would anticipate that this will probably be 7 figures in courses alone. And so yeah, when I go and spend my YouTube AdSense to go produce content, I'm totally fine with that because the ROI will be there just in course sales. We're not even talking about all my other businesses or affiliates or sponsors or anything else that comes with producing content. And here's what I would say if you are trying to build your channel this year. Number one, I would definitely go get my social media influencer course. I'm not just saying that to sell more courses and line my pockets. I'm being completely honest with you. If you try and just wing it and figure it out, you're gonna waste a lot of time, a lot of money. It's better to just get the blueprint. I just showed you like 5% of my blueprint of what's possible, not only on creating content, but also monetizing content and building a personal brand. It's far better to get the details right from the beginning, not waste any time, and then just get after it. So I would definitely do that. But the second thing I would do is just start. Whether you get my course or not, just start making content. I actually did a YouTube video on how to create a YouTube channel in 2021. I'll link to that down below. That will give you a great foundation for starting your channel. It goes over how to find your niche, how to research what kind of content to make, all that stuff. So go check out that video for sure. And lastly, I just want to make sure I say it again because it will be the biggest thing that stops you. And that is, if you don't get traction early, don't give up. There are some creators like Mr. Beast who spent years before they ever got any traction. And I'll tell you what, I bet you that guy's making over $1 million a week. And I'm pretty certain he's happy he stuck with it. And so do not give up. It took me about 3 months before I saw any real results. It may take you a year before you see results, but I can tell you it's worth it in the long haul. As far as what I anticipate in 2021, I am trying to get to 1 million subscribers. That's my big goal. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It seems crazy, but I just feel like if I continue to create great content, get some viral videos, do some great collabs, I can get there. And if I get to 1 million subscribers or even 500,000 subscribers, the AdSense will be crazy. I think my AdSense could very easily be $500,000 next year, and I'll tell you, I'll probably just dump it all back into content. We'll just do it even bigger and better, and that's exactly what I've seen Mr. Beast do with his content. He's constantly reinvesting all of his money into putting out even better videos, and that's what I plan to do as well. And as I said earlier in the video, my other big plan is that I'm starting a podcast. So we've rebranded. This used to be the Ryan Pineda Show as my main channel. This channel is now just called Ryan Pineda, and my podcast will be called The Ryan Pineda Show. And so if you like this content, please do me a favor. Go to Apple Podcast and subscribe to The Ryan Pineda Show. Also, go over to my second YouTube channel so you can watch the video version of the podcast, The Ryan Pineda Show, and subscribe to that as well. And anyways, I really do appreciate you guys for watching this video. I appreciate all the support in 2020, and I can't wait to see what happens in 2021. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Peace.